Is it plausible that a large aquatic creature could dwell in the depths and hide for so long? Yes. In a simple way, yes. The Loch Ness Monster, one of the most widely publicized and thoroughly researched cryptids that the world has ever seen. What is Loch Ness? Now, what we're looking for here is conditions of the water, the size, the characteristics that may make this somewhat plausible that a large aquatic reptile or creature could exist in its depths. So it's 23 miles long and with a depth of over 750 feet. It is very deep. The water is dark due to high levels of dissolved organic matter. Vegetation, I believe, like tree trunks and limbs. And of course, could the organic matter be whatever the Loch Ness Monster is feeding on in the depths? Sure, why not? We could go down that road, but most likely when it refers to organic matter, it's referring to vegetation. Of course, we'll get to the legend of the Loch Ness Monster. A large mysterious creature inhabiting the loch date back centuries, with modern sightings accelerating after 1933. Cultural and scientific interest. I think most of it centers around, at least from us, it centers around the Loch Ness Monster. I would be curious as to how serious the locals take that. Urquhart Castle is a very scenic, very famous image. Yeah, so I don't think there's a whole lot that would make us, that we're unfamiliar with in terms of what Loch Ness is. So, conclusion, is it plausible that a large aquatic creature could dwell in the depths and hide for so long? Yes. In a simple way, yes. Likely? No. Plausible? Sure. What is the Loch Ness Monster? Also, freshwater lake is an important distinction, meaning, typically large underwater sea creatures could not exist there. And it is depicted as having a large, long neck with one or more humps rising above the water, saying it resembles a plesiosaur. The modern craze. Loch Ness Monster became globally famous after the 1933 news strip article reported a monster crossing the road in a loch. Now, the 1934 surgeon's photograph is about the most famous photograph, and I believe it was only debunked within the last couple of decades. No scientific study has ever found evidence of this creature. A large unknown animal population, remains, carcasses, or DNA of such creatures, sonar signatures matching enormous living organisms. So sonar or scientific research has not turned up evidence. A major 2019 environmental DNA study found no evidence of large unknown animals, but did detect DNA consistent with eels, leading some researchers to suggest giant eels could explain the sightings. Okay. Possible explanation: wakes, waves, boat waves, floating logs, large eels, optical illusions, misidentification. All right, but I want to see the surgeon's photograph. Let's see if it'll show it to us. So it was revealed in 1994 that it was a hoax. All right, so let's try to show them. Let's take a look and see if it'll show me the photo, or at least provide a link to the photograph. I'm pretty sure that if we see it, it's telling us to go ahead and go to Wikipedia or, yeah, well, obviously, here it is. You're seeing it now. Okay, so it was exposed. Final question: from what year? From what year is the earliest reported sighting of the Loch Ness Monster? My goodness. 565 AD. Okay. So this is among the most earliest known cryptids, one whose legend persists to this day. We're going to deep dive into this as to why this legend persists to this day. Again, my aim is not to prove or disprove. It's just simply to ask the questions. All right. Until next time, tread carefully in those waters.